Major development proposal has neighbors in the Bellevue area concerned tonight. They say it will increase the flooding risk in an area that was devastated in the 2010 flood.
WSMV's Brendan Tierney shows us the fears around this project and why developers say it will be beneficial.
The developer wants to turn this horse farm into a 400-unit apartment complex. But people who live in the neighborhood next door say they're concerned about drainage issues because much of this horse farm is already in the floodplain.
I think it's straight up stupid.
That's the feeling Dana Ayers and most of her neighbors have about this proposal to develop Harpeth Bend Farm. Beyond losing the land where she lives and cares for horses, she's concerned for the people who would move into the apartments.
I've lived here for 12 years and the water has come up to my driveway at least 5 or 6 times in 12 years. And that's not including the 2010 flood. That one went over the driveway.
How they're going to survive on a little parcel of land that gets flooded all the time.
Henry Mahasi lives right next to the farm where the development is planned. His home was extremely damaged in the 2010 flood, and he says noise from the high-density housing is also a concern.
To see how quiet it is right now, see how pretty and beautiful it is.
He says he's never worried about going out into his backyard to grill or swim, but that could change if the proposal is approved.
I don't know what I'm going to do. They might have to force me to move away, and I don't want. This has been my home. I'm happy here.
Residents have been working to stop the project by talking with local leaders, including Metro Council member Dave Rosenberg. He says the project has benefits like connecting green spaces, but needs to be fully investigated to prevent any issues with water runoff and traffic.
By this construction happening, it's still a concern on people's minds, and when it comes to this kind of thing, a lot of times perception really is reality.
The developers say they do not plan on building anything in the floodplain. That land will instead be donated to Metro Parks. They've also completed a traffic study that shows a new bridge will actually reduce the number of cars driving through the neighborhood.
We will not begin the vertical construction of the project till after the bridge is in place. So there'll be some relatively small amount of traffic going through Morton Mill for the year or so it takes to build the bridge.
But for neighbors, that's still too much change, developing this open space.
Paving our way to bliss with concrete and asphalt.
We all feel that they're going to regret this.
The Metro Planning Commission has this project on its schedule for later this month, but Councilman Rosenberg says it's still a long way from final approval and beginning construction. In Bellevue, Brendan Tierney, WSMV4.
A virtual public meeting on this proposal just started at 6 o'clock. We have a link for you to join that meeting on our website and in the free WSMV4 app.